Hello, my name is Zay, and today we'll be talking about a continuation of another post that we've been through already for the curse mentality before. You can still remember that episode we're talking about the guy beating up Anga and then spent $35 on the half dome. Well, they added their post, so we're back to it again, and today we'll be talking about this post again. Let's see what they say. So the added version says, anyone who think you're being offensive, you're not. You're just giving me advice. I'm a level 89 toll using Swarmblade at 1500 plus and Gunblade at 1100 plus, and I had multiple attempts over 5 hours. I should have made that clear beforehand. My apology. I've been trying to get other good gear, but I just don't have very good RNG on gear. Someone told me try the Luster class. Is that a sound piece of advice? Also, it's not that I don't have the finance to buy my way out, although at the time I was a little desperate. Admittedly, and does destroying those boxes in phase 1 help at all or no? I don't know some of the thing you're trying to say here, but I'm picking up some pieces of information here and there. So I guess you're saying you're using Sword and Blade at 1500 plus as a tech, I guess, and Gunblade at 1100 as a tech, maybe? Well, number one thing, you're told you should not be using Gunblade. Your main weapon is Sword and Blade, Double Saber, Wand. So my advice to you is you should really learn your class. Again, this is another thing we've been talked about last time. You need to understand how your class work. You don't understand how it works, that's why you pull out Gunblade, you think shooting and the thing will work, but not really. So if your Swordblade get resisted, you have Double Saber and Wand you can play with. It probably not be as strong as your Sword and Blade since you already grind the Sword and Blade. With resistance, your other two weapon might still do more damage than the resistant Sword and Blade. Yes, I know someone told you to play the Luster class. That's a good idea if you like fast pacing. I mean, Luster's playstyle and Etoll, it's a little different. I mean, I'm not expert on these two classes, but I do play them, so I kind of know how they should be played like and what's the expectation and whatnot. But number one thing still, you still need to understand how to play the class. Please do not have the mindset of buy your way out. Like, buying gear is really not worth it at the moment. I mean, buying a fix sometimes, I mean, I guess it does okay. Like, you know, people make the 4 slot, you transfer that with transfer passes to your own 13-star unit. That can work, but like, you know, you can learn it, do cheaper fixes, budget and whatnot. The fact you talk about you don't have very good RNG on gear. You don't know PSO2 right now. You can farm your way through crash gear or whatnot. Like the endgame gear, you can get them to drop, but you can also trade them as Zeeg. If you haven't visited NPC, go ahead. He is the one that you trade material for gear, and you can get very good gear from him. Then you gotta fix them, put SSA, put regular augments, and you should be okay. You don't need good RNG, so gearing up isn't supposed to be a really big problem if you know what you're doing. And I don't really know what you mean by destroying those boxes in phase 1 help me at all or no. If you're talking about Anga, I don't even know phase 1 or phase 1 you're talking about, but yeah, that'll be the further advice I'll give it to you, that you have to gear up with a correct way. It doesn't matter what class you swap to, you have to understand how you need to gear up. You have to understand where you get your gear, not just being like, this is RNG. You don't really understand how this game works. That's why you're posting, you're editing your post. You think RNG is gonna help you. You think buying your way out is gonna help you. No, it's not. For me, I never buy my way out. Like, I do my fix myself, I farm stuff myself, so you just need to know how to do it, man. Other than that, there's not much I can tell you, so having the right mindset of learning how gear not work in PSO2, that's the most important thing for you. Anyway, that'll be it for this episode of Curse Mentality, following up by the edited post. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Dave. See you next time.